Okay, the Western Heritage, Chapter 13, Part 1, the European State Consolidation in the 17th and 18th centuries. That's the 16 and 1700s. One of the most important leaders in this chapter, which will be towards the end, is Peter the Great of Russia, who helped expand Russia and make it a more modern country. All right. Each country in this chapter will have a period of time in which they are the center or spotlight of attention. The Netherlands' golden age is in the 1600s. You have a free response question about it. And here's why. As opposed to all other European nations at the time, it was a republic. That means that they elected their officials. Holland, which is another name for the Netherlands, dominated the States General, the central government of the Netherlands, but trusted the House of Orange. The House of Orange is the name of the family in power. For a period of time between 1688 and 1714, the Netherlands became a monarchy under William III of Orange. The Dutch revert back to a republic in 1714 when war with France ended. It's a home of religious tolerance, and that's key because the Dutch are known for their religious tolerance and as a haven for Jews, which is a sign of religious tolerance. The Dutch had thriving farms, fish, and textile industries, plus trade industries that reached all the way to East Asia. So they're extremely good and had a huge amount of commercial success, which are several questions on your multiple choice. And this is a great picture. It shows the Dutch fleet and all the different flags that they had and how industrious they were at both shipbuilding and trade, which was at the heart of their success. This is a picture of tobacco coming into the market from, of all places, the New World. Okay, now we have the economic decline in the Netherlands. We have to ask, why did that happen? They had no strong stadtholder, replaced William III after his death in 1702, and passed in naval supremacy by the British. So as one goes down, another one comes up. Fishing and trading industries declined, and only financial institutions kept the Dutch from complete insignificance. Okay, now we get into two models of European political development in the 17th century. And these are really important. England had a parliamentary monarchy, a limited monarchy where the monarch is subject to the law and the consent of Parliament. France is political absolutism, strong centralized monarchy with the royal powers dominant. And the key figure in this one is Louis XIV. In England, the Parliament will show a limiting of the power of the monarch and increasing power of the Parliament. Stuart England, under James II, peacefully takes the throne in 1603, a strong believer in the divine right of kings, which is an answer to one of your questions. He levied new custom duties known as impositions to raise money. He rebuffs Puritans and maintains Anglican episcopacy, causing religious dissenters to leave England for North America. That's the beginning of our country, where we have Puritans coming in for religious freedom. Court was center of scandal and corruption with his favorite duke / lover of Buckingham. Doubts about James I's commitment to Protestants. He makes peace with Spain, which is a Catholic country. He tries to relax penal laws against the Catholics, so that means he's sympathetic, and hesitant to support German Protestants in the 30 Years' War. So Stuart England under Charles I, to fund a new war with Spain, Charles levied taxes, duties, and tariffs, and Parliament would only give Charles funds if he agreed to the Petition of Right, stating that no forced loans or taxation could happen without the consent of Parliament. So in order for Charles to get money for his invasion, they had to get the money from Parliament, and as a result, he had to give them rights. Charles dissolved Parliament from 1628 to 1640. As we'll see, that's not going to be one of his smarter moves. And this is a picture of Charles. And here's a personal rule. He makes peace with Spain and France to conserve limited resources. His chief advisor, Thomas Wentworth, institutes strict efficiency and administrative centralization. The Scottish rebellion against his attempt to put in English episcopal system leads to the reinstallment of Parliament. And now you have the Long Parliament and Civil War. The Parliament is divided over religion. Extreme and moderate Puritans want to abolish the Book of Common Prayer, but conservatives wanted the Church of England to remain. Charles invades Parliament intending to arrest his rivals. Big mistake. Civil war ensues between the King's supporters, the Cavaliers, and the parliamentary opposition, the Roundheads. So you have the ones loyal to the King, which are the Cavaliers, and the ones that are opposed are the Roundheads. And this is because of their apparel on their head. Oliver Cromwell led parliamentary army in civil war. Parliament wins the civil war, decreasing the power of the monarchy, and in response executes Charles I and abolishes the monarchy, the House of Lords, and the Anglican Church, and ran basically a military dictatorship which brutally conquered Catholic countries Scotland and Ireland and put in Puritan prohibitions against drunkenness, theater, and going dancing. And this is one of your questions, answers to multiple choice. Here's a picture of Oliver Cromwell. And the restoration of the monarchy. When Cromwell dies, the people are ready to reestablish the monarchy and the Anglican Church. They're tired of the strict rules and regulations that are put on by the puritanical rule of Oliver Cromwell. Charles II is named monarch, and he puts in the status quo from before Cromwell. Basically, he has to give in to Parliament to get his power. Okay. And that ends this session and ends the English Civil War.